So welcome everyone. Come to our divorceless relationship. This is call one. Um I wonder how many of you have got the book and start reading it, no matter the book it's in audiobook or it's in paperback. So how many of you started reading it? Oh, okay. Only Yi Ai Jabez? Who else? So when we talk about relationship, or when you look at this the title of the book, what is the first impression you get for this book? Why you choose this book? Because you want to join the book club? You got the book, or you actually just have the intention to know more by reading the title? How many of you are actually just attracted by the title? Yeah. So for myself, I'm actually attracted by the title. I just wonder, well, divorceless relationship. So what is it about? Is it talking about divorce? Like when we think about divorce, it's kind of like the separations between husband and wife, right? But it's more than that. You have something to ask? Do you?
Hello.
Hey, yeah. You want to share anything?
Yeah, for me, actually, um, it started when I think I listened to the book of Dane here, the Being You, Changing the World, and there was a part there where he said something like, when you're in a relationship, you cut off parts of yourself
Yeah.
to to accommodate and all that stuff. So I was curious to learn more about that and to make sure that because that was my experience in the past. I was a people pleaser, so I will really adjust adjust and divorce, like what I learned in the book. It's like it's you're suppressing or trying to not be yourself basically, so that you will stay in that relationship. So I want to learn more about how to not lose myself in the process of being in relationships. So that's why I got attracted to this book and to this calls this class.
Thank you for sharing. So, any others of you like to share? Anyone? Yeah, I actually hope you guys can more participate so that we can bring up lots of things that we can dive in, explore, and then we can talk about that. If you have read the book, then you have more idea. Um, then we can have something like more possibility to open up and to change if you choose to, right? Okay. So the ideal relationship that what we talk about here is the relationship should expand your life instead of your relationship is actually contract you, right? This is what I mentioned just now, that when you are in a relationship, no matter what relation you are in, if you try to fit into others people's expectations, then you have to cut off yourself, like to fit in, um, to make the relationship work. Like you have to please people to fulfill their needs or expectations so that you can maintain the relationship. I think lots of um especially for in a marriage, okay, so woman tends to do that, like trying to maintain the relationship no matter the relationship able to keep them happy or not, okay. So we have the idea, especially like we are in Asia country, when we talk about divorce, we have lots of point of view and judgment for people who choose to divorce. So a lot of time when the relationship not working, you still keep maintaining it. So here, yeah, when we are in relationship, how we going to being ourselves? Like we're not losing ourselves. This is what this book talk about. So this book talk about not just relationship, it's about being you. It's another topic about being you. Yeah. So when we get into a relationship, is actually it is idea that you the intimacy relationship is you guys have allowed your partners, your spouse to be themselves, and you allow you to be yourself. And both of you are actually doing that. Okay. Oh, you said in the Philippines, the divorce law is still not approved because our society has a very strong point of view about being together forever with someone, no matter what. Is that true? It's not allowed? Or it's a, oh, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So many. Yeah, only annulment, which is very expensive, and you have to. The basis is either you have to make your partner appear as someone crazy or mentally unstable.
Ah,
It's messy.
I see. Yeah, in some other country, divorce is so easy. They just walk in to the related departments and then get the paperwork done. Then they come out, they just divorce in some other country. Like in Malaysia, what happened is you easily get married, but when you want to get divorced, you have to go through some process. Okay. And it will cost you a lot also. It's not easy. So it also costs you a lot. You are allowed to divorce if the relationship not working. Okay. But just that talking about this topic, um we have some of the friends have been through all this thing, like divorce or not divorce, when the relationship not working, they still have the hope that, like, okay, the husband still coming back to them, or they hope that the relationship can change, so they're trying to cut off themselves in order to get um their expectation. So everything that brings up times gazillion will please destroy and create all run wrong good and bad parent online shirts for its poverty and beyond. Oh, they try to change their partner. Some people may not, especially like older people, they have different points of view. Yeah. So what point of view do you have about relationship? So all the big five and the structures that you have and trying to keep it, holding it in place will please destroy and create all run wrong, get and bad parent online shirts by its poverty and beyond. So what personality and how many personality are you using to keep on and maintaining a relationship that doesn't work for you? So everything that is times gazillion will please destroy and create all run wrong, get and bad parent online shirts by its poverty and beyond. So when we talk about relationship, it's something like you separating yourself, like you make yourself divorce yourself in parts, many pieces. Okay. And actually, and what you did for divorce yourself is actually you devalue yourself. Uh, so this is not acknowledging you, no, it's seeing the value of you. You're not seeing the value of you. You keep trying to divorce yourself to make yourself that fit into others people's point of view. Yeah, to fit into their expectations. Like when you get into the relationship, you always heard that um you have to cut off half of you and your partner have to cut off half of them. So when 0.5 plus 0.5 become 1, so how many of you have bought into that belief? So you have to cut off yours and your partner have to cut off theirs so that you can make it into 1. So everything that brings up all the big 5 structures, small structures, and the personalities, will you please destroy and create all? Run, wrong, get them back, parent, on nature, voids, poverty, semblance. Oh, okay. I use it. What she mean was they try to make their partner change into someone ideal for them. Yeah. Don't you think that it's not the ease work? How many of you have successfully changed your partner anyway? I wonder. How many of you have been successfully changed your partner? Any one of you? Come and share your experience then. Do you think change yourself easier than changing your partner? Yeah, change ourselves is easier, right? Change ourselves doesn't mean, okay, by changing ourselves here is not about divorce yourself into parts and pieces. Okay, I'm talking changing ourselves is be ourselves greater, be greater and better. It's not about cut ourselves off. Okay, so it's different. Yeah. When we talk about changing, some people thought like, oh, I have to please someone. I have to make my partners happy, my spouse happy, so my life will be happy. Is that true? Are you truly happy with that? So everything that brings up time is gazillion will please destroy and create all right, wrong, get them back, parent, and shared for its poverty and beyond. So what is relationship really are? What when you talk about relationship, what do you think of? Love? Hate? What's that? Yeah. If you do not know about that, love is distracted implants. Why we talk love is distracted implant? When we talk about love, so everyone have different meanings. Yeah. And you have to something that someone you love, then you will care about them. And then someone you hate, you may not care about them. So it's kind of like that will come with um some prereq. So you have to have something that fulfill your expectations. Otherwise, you can't really love someone. Okay. So that is lots of distracted implant here. Okay. So kind of like feeling of love is about yourself. You like someone, you love someone. It's your feeling, your emotion. It's nothing to do with your partners or your spouse or someone else. Okay. Like you love him or you love her. It's nothing to do with them. It's just that our feeling love. Okay. When we have that feeling and we start to have lots of point of view, like I expect you to do this and this so that to prove that you love me. So you are not doing this means you are not love me, right? So everything that will brings up it's because you're distracted implant of love. Okay. How many of you like have that experienced that before? Okay, when you do this means you love me. When you're not doing this, you're not care about me anymore. So use that to have quarrel and conflict between both of you. Okay. So everything that brings up all the PRs, North, no slime, the actualizer, and the fifth element that you have, and especially the personality that you have to maintain or keep your relationship will please destroy and create all right, wrong, good and bad, parent, own, and shared poets, poets, and beyonds. Interesting, right? So what else? What else when you think of relationship? Yen say when talk about relationship, my mind is part of money. Oh, how does it get any better than this? Like you can talk more about that. When you think about money, okay, this is interesting. Like in some culture, I'm not sure whether it's happened in your culture. Please do share. Okay, it's happened like um for women. It happened to women. Like okay, you have to get a good partner, a good spouse, or someone to marry to, so that you have good life. How many of you have bought into that point of view? Like, okay, as woman, you don't need to work so hard. You just get a man, a rich man, or a good man to marry, then you will get good life. How many of you bought into that lie? And when you get married and you found out, oops, that's not true. Well, I doesn't mean that 100% is not true. Yeah, it depends on individual. It's not about that. What I'm trying to say here is, what if you can just be greater, richer, wealthier, happier? Why you need to depend on someone in order to get all this? Yeah. What point of view that and limitations that we have been bought into that we make ourselves like, okay, as a woman for so many lifetimes. I mean, if you watch drama series, you always heard the mom always tell the daughter like, oh, you have to get married to who, or you have to look for someone, the ideal man to marry to, so that you don't need to have any worries in your future. Okay, so everything that brings up all the definitions, conclusions, judgments, projections, rejections, and the big fives, the structures that you keep on creating, that will please just revoke, reclaim, resist, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create all. Especially those you align, agree, against, and react to make it, to keep it existing. So right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, on and shared by its poverty and beyonds. So Yin, would you like to share more about money? When you talk about relationship, you think about money. What makes you think about money? Is that what I'm saying so, or something else?
The first thing pop up is about money, but uh, I have point of view that if I close to myself, my own relationship with myself, I feel that every relationship is will going to better, going to going to get more money, get a lot of things is all good to come to me.
When you get into a relationship, you mean?
Yes, if I'm more closest with myself.
The relationship between you.
Yes. So there
Ah,
is when talk about relationship, the first thinking out there is money. I feel happy.
okay. Okay. Anything else?
Okay.
Okay. So you get what Jens shared. Any one of you have that when you get closer to you? Like, okay, in relationship, it in the books talk about relationship defined as the distance between two objects, right? So it's create a distance, a separations between two objects in a relationship. So when we do relationship, when we are in the relationship, okay, no matter the relationship you with yourself, your body, your money, here the relationship here is talk about whatever you read from the book, and the tools that you're using, you are actually can apply in all area of your life, like your money, reality, your your body, your what we call that, your business, and the relationship between you is not just about the intimacy relationship. Okay. So when what Yen find out is when she get closer to herself, she find out everything's happens in her world is just wow so easy and smooth, and money just come in, right? So here, a question for you. If you are more convenient or in total communion with yourself and your total receive yourself, what would your reality be? And what would your financial be?
Beautiful.
Ah, you just get the awareness. Okay. June today changed the name to get better. So, how many of you are happy with your relationship right now? You just type one. How many of you are not happy with your relationship? You just type two. I mean, whatever relationship you talk to. If you are in total community. Okay. So, oh, okay. Most of them are happy. So if you're not happy with your relationship, you just ask, what is the relationship here that you're not happy with? Both different people. Oh, is it? So when you're in relationship, are you give up part of yourself? Your business partner can be an asshole. So what can you change here? When you're not happy with your relationship, what can you change here? So how many of you are trying to attract someone or to keep the relationship that you start to give up yourself? I mean, what we talk about, like you your divorce you into parts and pieces, it's you actually um give up parts of you. Okay, it's like just what we read in the book, how Danes started the relationship. Okay, someone drive the Mini Cooper, come and pick him up, and he's so tall. He is really tall. Okay, I mean to me, I'm so short. So by the time he wants to go into the car, he to make sure he can fit into the car, he has to cut off his leg and his arm so that he can fit into the car. Okay, it's for you. I mean, to fit into the relationship, to make sure this relationship keep on. How many of you has been giving up? How many parts of you have been giving up by you? Okay, so everything that brings up times gazillion will please distract and create a run wrong, get them back, parent on a shared spots, perfect ambience. Okay. If you used to give all of yourself to the people you love, so do you think this is love? This is actually loser. Okay, if you learn if you take foundation before we talk about the winner, the loser, and no count. Okay, what is the winner? The winner is someone they love, they you love them. Okay, you maybe want to have sex with them, but they don't care about you. Okay. The loser, it's someone you can give up everything of you in order to get into the relationship. And no count, it's they love you, but they won't lose themselves. They won't give up themselves. Okay. So you are not here to be a winner or to be a loser. What will you take when you are in relationship? You don't need to divorce yourself into parts and pieces, and you still be yourself. Okay. So when we talk about divorceless relationship means when you have a relationship, any relationship, you don't have to divorce any parts of you. So we call it divorceless relationship. Okay. So here you can ask the questions about relationship that you have now. Okay. If you are in relationship, is it easy for you? Is it joyful? Okay. Is it contributing to each other? You get yes. I mean, by perceiving the energy, not by analyzing. Okay. Most of us, when we get into a relationship, will based on what people do to you, the action they take, how they treat you, how they take care of you. You base on that and you make a conclusion whether this relationship is good or not. Okay. When we talk about that, when we're asking question, it's you have to go into perceiving the energy. Um, is it lighter or is it heavier? When it is lighter means it's true. When it is heavier, it's lie, which is no. Okay. So you don't go into the conclusions and definitions to compare. Okay, Yen said, when I face some relationship issue, I always ask what I'm holding too tight in this relationship. What I want from here is that really important for me. If I didn't hold it and not important for me, what will I choose? Okay, that is some questions to get some awareness when you're in relationship. So when you're in relationship, if the relationship not working for you, you still hold so tight. You may ask the questions like, what's the value you holding on this relationship? Okay. The value here, it's something that you give it meaning or meaningless, meaningful or meaningless. You make it something significant. So that will give you lots of emotions, feelings, lots of thoughts come in. Okay. So what are you really choosing here? And what could you choose here? In a relationship, you can actually ask those questions. Okay, what can you choose? What can you change here? Is there anything that you can choose that immediately change a relationship right away? Are you truly being you when you're in a relationship? Okay, so some of you have been reading until chapter 2. What do you get from these two chapters? Chapter 2 is talk about functioning at only 10% of you. Yeah, actually, all of us are functioning 10% of us. Like that we cut ourselves into 1,000 pieces. Okay, so only 10% of 1,000 percentage. So 10% of you, what if you be more than 10%? What about 12%? What about 15%? What about 20%? So when you are in a relationship, sometimes it's just that what Gary shared in the book when he talked to someone, I think it's his sister or someone else. Um he always get rejections or objections about what the opinion or whatever he shared, right? So he start to keep quiet so that um it he won't step on the toes of that person. So how many of you like you will keep quiet instead of like express yourself when you think that it's not work for you, and you just think of like, okay, I don't want to have any conflict, I just keep it. Well, is that work? That is kind of like we trying to divorce parts of us. Well, I'm here not asking you to go and argue with someone. It's just that um you are not here to just to keep the harmonies, and then you stop telling the truth or express yourself in a way like you try to hiding, or maybe, well, you can share your point of view, like you don't need to be so significant on that. Well, if you're not agree with someone, that's just their point of view. Okay. So are you functioning more than 10%? How much energy does it take for you to be only 10% of you? You put lots of energy on not to be you. Make sure not to be you. Okay, so how many personalities are you using to avoid being you? The personality is something, the characters, the actions, the behavior that you've been done to show someone or in any relationship. Okay, so it's not the true you. So this personality, it's kind of like create something that makes you looks like, oh, a good person. Oh, you're so kind. So how many personality have you been created to show to people how kind you are, how good you are? What is actually hiding behind you that you are not willing to let people see, and you're trying to act or react or to show to people? That's kind of like you created those personality. Okay, so everything that brings up. Oh, times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, parent, on nature, boys, poets, and beyonds. Okay, so if you're willing to be more than 10%, what if you step beyond that? What could you be? What could you choose? What could you create? When you don't need to create a personality in order to fix the relationship. How many of you are trying to fix a relationship? Trying all the way out to fix the relationship. When the relationship is not working, did you ask questions how to change, or what can you choose now that can change right away? So there is a tools that you can actually use. I mean, the questions is the tools. When we are living with questions, you will get awareness. So the question is not for you to find answer. Okay. The question is let you to get awareness. When you get awareness, is not go into the conclusions and not go into the definitions. Awareness is just pop up. Okay. It's just like your sixth sense. It's just intuitions. And it's just like, okay, it pop up and you just got it. It's not based on your analyzing. You analyze until you're paralyzed. You may not still get the awareness. Yeah. When we go into the conclusions and definitions, we will go into the judgment. Okay. We are not functioning with conclusion and definitions, but when we go into that, we will go into the judgment. But most of the time, we are into conclusions and definition based on the symptom, the sign that you see. Okay. You will look at what happened now, and then you go into the conclusions. Okay, what happened to this person, what he did, and then you go into the conclusion. Oh, he not love me anymore. So that go into the conclusion. Sometimes we a lot of things will be changed, even the emotions, the feelings that you have towards someone. Can you just 100% love someone for the whole lifetime or many, many lifetime? When you watch the movie, the romance movie, oh, I want to be with you for all the lifetime, next lifetime. So I want to see you again to become my partners the next lifetime. So all the promises, the wild comedies, treaties that you have with your lover, your spouse, or in any relationship, in any lifetime, will please just reclaim, revoke, rescind, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, parent, part, honor, shared bites, poverty, and beyonds. So when we have that promises, it will create the energy card, the card, okay? So it will keep for many, many lifetime. The promises that you carry on. Yeah. So just clear off the energy so that every one of us has a free will. We can choose to be or not to be. It's your choice. You don't need type with that, right? Yeah. Any one of you have any questions or you would like to share anything about that? When we talk about promises that you have. And we always think that, oh, when we get married, every one of us have been you may share you may have share give the vows, and you may have signed whatever contracts, or you have the obligations for the marriages. So it will make sure both of you will being together forever. And once they one maybe one day it's happened like, oh, he met someone or she met someone, and then they change their mind, and you feel like, oh, I'm get so hurt. I've been spending so many years with you, and you just having affair with someone else, or you just have that um bad feelings of you, and you think that you cannot change. They shouldn't change. Nothing can't be changed. Everything is keep on changing. No one can guarantee for everything. So everything that brings up all the big five, all the structures that you have, will you please destroy and create all? Right, wrong, good and bad, part, honor, shared bites, poverty, and beyonds. Okay. So, any questions for chapter 1 and chapter 2? Or anything you guys want to share? Or any parts or any paragraph when you read it, you got inspired? You may want to share about that.
I'm not sure if it was about if it was in chapter one or chapter two, but the cutting of the legs, the parts
Uh-huh.
before you get into a car is
Yeah.
impactful for me
Yeah.
because yeah, it's impactful for me
Uh-huh.
because the question I always ask myself whenever I meet with a person is how much are you being you because you enjoy being you instead of absorbing or instead of being the projection and judgment of the
Mm-hmm.
person in front of you.
Yeah.
So I like that. So um, I guess it's also about being comfortable in your own skin.
It
That okay,
yeah.
I I mean, I read in Gary's book about projection and the judgment. I don't I don't care if you don't fucking like me. I like me. Something like that. So
Ah,
I like the cutting of the part. Yeah.
ah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that it's something that it's really like inspire me. I mean, I just got that as well. When we are in relationship, in any relationship, even in your business partner, yeah, you don't need to cut off parts of you in order to maintain the relationship. Anything else? Anyone else would like to share? If it's no, then let us go into the chapter 3. Well, I mean, this 3 chapter is actually quite short if you go into um chapter 3 is talk about what would an infinite being do. Yeah, this is the questions that you can ask. To us, we we are actually an infinite being. So if you are aware, you are infinite being. Be willing to have this awareness. You are not just your body. Your body isn't what you are. Okay. So like to get you guys into the exercise to know whether you are an infinite being. You close your eyes. Okay. Now, if you're driving, please don't. Okay, now feel out with your awareness and find the outside edge of you, not your body, the edges of you. Can you find the edges of you? Or everywhere you look, are you there? Yes. Everywhere you look, there you are. So you are in your body, or your body are in you. What do you get? The space that you were aware of, where when you were feeling out with your awareness. That space that is everywhere and infinite, it's you. So you are an infinite being. So if you perceive you are actually everywhere and you can perceive that and you're aware of that, your body it's in you and not in your body. Okay. So your body it's inside of you. You are not inside your body. How many bought into the point of view like soul it's inside the body? So as a being, infinite being, so you're not inside our body. So we don't buy into the story of soul. So everything that brings up will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, prime, power, online, shared, spoiled, poverty, and beyond. Okay. So these questions, whenever you can ask, this is the tools is designed to get you to look at where you are functioning from. So what would an infinite being choose this? If you are infinite being, would you choose it? If an infinite being wouldn't choose it, then why would you choose it? So here the question asked is not for you to find the wrongness of you, it's for you to look into it, um, to aware that where you're functioning from. And when you see that, you can actually choose to change if this is not work for you. So to pay attention to what you say and what you think every moment. this is the questions for us to get the awareness what uh where and what how we functioning from. Okay, so when you have the point of view like this is hard for you or this is so hurt, it is that infinite being will have that kind of feeling. So as an infinite being, you can create anything, you can change anything if you choose to. So if the thing's not being changed, you can ask, what else are you not willing to choose? If you choose it, it would definitely change your entire universe. So everything doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive. Will you please destroy and create all? Ooh, right, wrong, good and bad, parent, online, shared, voice, puppets, and beyonds. You are the source of your creations and you are the source of the change. So you are the creator of your life. As an infinite being, what can you create? What can you choose? When you claim, own, and acknowledge your creations without judgment, you bring back all the parts and pieces of you that you have divorced, and you acknowledge your infinite perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving. So, how many judgments you have about you and your relationship that actually divorce you and your relationship, divorce you and your body and any parts of your life? Will you now please destroy and create all? Right, wrong, good and bad, parent, online, shared, bright, perverts, and beyonds. So, is it the time and space for you to claim and own and acknowledge your creations without any judgment? Whatever creations you are, the relationship is your creation as well. So, whatever creations you have been created so far, no matter you're happy or not happy with, so what can you change here in order to change the creations? What can you choose here? Or what can you add on? What element can you add on that can actually have different possibility? Yeah. So we're talking about perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving. When we are into knowing or thoughts, as an infinite being, we are actually able to perceive, know, be, and receive. Okay. If you are functioning from finite being, then it will be like into thoughts. When we into thoughts, it's just our thinking. We think that is a problem. We think that it's something happened. And we thought a lot of negative point of view. The negative here is make you like you can't change. Nothing can be greater than now, whatever happened now. So you have lots of that point of view make you into crappy life. So how many point of view that brings you into possibility instead? Okay. So by thoughts, it's come a lot with our definition and conclusions and judgment and projections, everything there. So by your knowing, the knowing, it's by your awareness. Okay. You ask the questions, you get the awareness. It's not based on the conclusions, judgment, or the past experience. Okay, the past experience, not your knowing. Well, you may learn something from your past experience, but a lot of the time we base on past experience, we make as a reference, it doesn't really create our life. It doesn't expand our life most of the time. Because of the past experience, you may reject something because you before that you already start to make the conclusion and definitions. Okay, so if you're thinking, you are stinking. Your mind can only define the limitations of what you already know and have. Yeah, when you're in thoughts, you will need go into what you already know. So you can get the awareness that you may not know about that, but you just get it. You just get, oh, okay, something is here. It may not in your reality at the moment, but you just get the awareness and the feeling and perceiving. When you feeling, it's a low harmonies of the perceiving. Perceiving, it's about being aware of energy. Perception, it's fleeting. Okay. When you go into perceiving or perceptions gives you awareness, what you can choose and how that will change things energetically. So perceiving, it's go into energetically. Some people will talk about like channeling. Actually, perceiving is kind of you get the message, you get the awareness. It's based on the energy that you perceive. It's not based on the conclusions. Yeah. When you go into feeling, you will go into more emotions. Then you will have like negative things and positive things. And when you go into feeling, they seldom contribute to expanding your awareness or your reality. When you get into feeling, you will make sure that you're happy or not happy, or are you joyful or you're upset or you're angry. You focus on the emotions. And most of the time, the emotion is a distracted implant as well. And those distracted implant will make us like when you make any choices or you want to make any decisions, they actually distract you to create consciously. Yeah, you will react with your emotions. So everywhere that you've been using your emotions as your reference point to create your life and reality will please destroy and cradle. Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, nature, poverty, and beyond. Emotions and being. Okay. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex or no sex are the lower harmonies of being, perceiving, knowing, and receiving. So it's a limited versions here. So when you are in being, you are not focusing on the emotions. Okay, if you function from infinite being, you have infinite capacity to experience everything, and you don't have to define it, confine it, and put it into a place. Okay, where you make it the sense according to someone else's point of view. When you are being, you're into the vibrations. Okay, you're into the frequency. Whatever that you would like to create, that will energetically you already creating. Okay, not by just doing it. When you're creating someone, you have to choose and being it. So if you like to perceive, know, be, and what would you able to receive? When you're being into the vibrations, when you're being into like, if you like to have money, then you have to being into the money frequency, the money, the wealthy frequency, the vibrations, okay, the vibes. So it's being. What you choose, you have to be into that energy. Okay, it's not about, okay, I'm choosing to have money, but then you are not in the energy of like, I'm having money. You're into like, I'm choosing having money, but so you're not into being money. Sex, no sex, and receiving. Okay, so when we talk about receiving, true receiving occurs as simultaneously gifting and receiving. We talk about receiving a lot because when we have receiving, it's a total receiving. There's no judgment. There's no good and bad, right and wrong. You just receive. So how many of you are totally receiving you and your body. Well, many of us, including myself, and still have lots of point of view about my body or myself, like I'm not good enough, or maybe you have like, oh, I'm so fat. Whatever point of view you have, the judgment you have about you and your body will please destroy and create all. But right, wrong, good and bad, part, on nature, for its poverty and beyonds. Stop judging you, stop judging your body, stop make yourself wrong. Okay, when we talk about sex and no sex, the energy of sex is actually the receiving energy of your body. Okay, when you're feeling good, looking good, and um that it's sex. Okay, no sex is opposite when you are saying stay away, I don't want anything to do with anybody. So you're not receiving. So if you hate someone, if you dislike someone, you're not happy with someone, you don't receive from them. And what if they have similar energy or they have same vibrations, maybe it's different people, then you won't be able to receive them as well. Okay, so when we talk about receiving, it's total receiving means there's no judgment, there's no good and bad, there's no right and wrong. No, receiving, it's living joyfully. Okay, when you are living joyfully, you can receive anything. Therefore, everything you ask will come to you. This is what Yan said earlier when she closed to herself. When we talk about relationship, we will talk about close or not close. Okay, that's it. That is actually create a separation between us and between someone else, between our body. Yeah. Therefore, you just change everything to have a total different life. You need to be received. When you total receive you, okay. Now, just get the awareness. When you are total receive you, how much money can you receive? A little, a lot, or megatons? What do you guys get? Mega. How does it get any better than this? How many of you are when you're total receiving you just get nothing? When we have judgment, we will create the separations. Okay. Why? Because do you want to get together with someone you don't like? You will just get away, right? So no matter this person would like to contribute to you or gifting, you just like don't like to receive from them. And anyone that have similar vibrations, similar energy, you wouldn't receive from them, even though you do not know them or you not met them before. They just can't contribute to you at all because you just reject that types of energy. Yeah. So ask yourself, what are you willing to receive? So you can actually do the exercise. I mean, this can be a home play for you for this week when you go to a store, whatever store you walk in, and then you just ask, are you willing to receive? Would like to get it back? I mean, whatever products or things that on the rack. Okay. It's not about buying them. It's about, are you willing to receive them? It's a choice for you to take them home. Okay. You just see, you hold the things or you get into the shop or store. Okay. And ask yourself, am I willing to have this? Okay. You just ask, are you willing to have this? What point of view you have when you bring up those things? Then you will see, are you willing to receive everything? Yeah. Then you will know, are you in total receiving? So you look at the things to ask. When you have the willingness to receive or not receive, then you can ask, what if I had that in my life? what would change in my life if I was willing to have this? If I was willing to have this in my life, what would my life be like? So you can start to ask those questions when you look at the things on the rack, you walk around and you check and see, keep asking yourself, were you willing to have this? You willing to have this or you want to bring it back? That is another thing. Okay. It's an exercise for you to practice like total receiving for everything around you. Okay. So you start to opening your awareness. What is the thing that you reluctant to receive? Some people they say they want money, they actually don't like the money. They say, "Oh, I want to have more money," but they're reluctant to receive. Then how are you going to get rich? Okay, in the first place, you already reject it. So from here, you will know who you like to be with, who you like to having it, what do you like to having it. So would you be willing to let anyone or anything contribute to your life? If you able to willing to receive, then you can allow anyone and anything just contribute to your life. So about receiving, what point of view do you have? What is the PR's North Northline? Yeah, actualize and the fifth element that you have. The structures, the moral structures, the personality that keep you away from total receiving. Will you please destroy and create or run wrong, get them back, pan on nature, it's poverty and beyond? Yes, AE.
Yeah, actually that's my current dilemma. So I'm my ask is to have more ease with receiving money. But then so there's like a someone who my point of view is that this person has treated me badly for several times, but this person is also offering me like an opportunity to earn some extra income without much effort. So like I'm resisting saying yes, but it's actually a good opportunity. So because I feel like if I say yes to that, even if it's a good opportunity, then I'm betraying myself because my judgment is that this person didn't treat me well. So yeah.
Have you ever done any clearing about the relationship between you guys?
Oh, not yet. Okay, I can try that.
Yeah. So let's do the
Destroy and
clearing.
uncreate them.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So let's destroy and uncreate everything that you've been created between you and he or she. Okay. Since whatever happened and before that. So everything that is times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part on natures, boys, puppets, and beyonds. So all the judgments, separations, projections, rejections that you have on this person, whatever he or she did to you or to someone else, will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part on natures, boys, puppets, and beyonds. So how many point of view do you have about you, how you treat her or him, how you treat yourself? So everything that is times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, proper on any short spoils, poverty, and beyond. How many big five are you using to create this relationship or to avoid this relationship? Everything that is times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, proper on any short spoils, poverty, and beyond. So now, when you think of this person, what's the feeling you have now? You feel so much lighter. See? So you can clear off whatever projections and judgment you have about her or what she did. And after that, then you can ask the questions like, you don't go into make the conclusions like that is a good opportunity or whatever it is. Okay. Truth, is this contribute to you and your life if you choose this? Like get the awareness before you make any decisions instead of like go into judgment on you not receiving. Okay. Just ask the questions. Truth, if you choose to take up this opportunity, what will it take for you for the next 5 years? If you're not choosing this, what will it be for the next 5 years? And get the awareness. Don't go into analyzing. Yeah, you have to think of that. And maybe you get some awareness about this. Yeah. Like when you ask the questions, then you don't go into the judgment. Okay. If you think you still have a block between both of you, then you just clear in all lifetime. Okay, let's see. In any lifetime and all lifetime, whatever relationship you guys have, like maybe he or she, it's your father, mother, or you are the mothers of or fathers. You guys are sibling, best friends, business partners. You care him or he care you. So everything that brings up times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, part, on insurance, poets, poverty, and beyonds. So no matter this lifetime, you are the one who going to kill him or he come to kill you. So just destroy and create. Right, wrong, good and bad, part, on insurance, poets, poverty, and beyonds. Do you feel better now? Yeah. How does it get any better? So whether it's possible, you just clear off everything that you have and all the big fight you have about the relationship you and this person, and stop judging yourself not receiving. Okay, you can ask, what are you aware of here that you are not acknowledging? Okay, and you may ask, what I'm trying to avoid or defend here, or what am I trying to prove here? So everything that brings up times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, proper, honest, short, poets, poverty, and beyond. That's the questions that you can ask and get the awareness that you don't get into the judgment. Okay. Maybe you will get something, something you are avoiding, something you are defense for. So what are you project to her or him? Everything that brings up times gazillion will please destroy and create all. Right, wrong, good and bad, proper, honest, short, poets, poverty, and beyond. That's lots of energy. Yeah. You may want to do few more after that. Okay. So, any questions? So here, there's a last part I would like to talk about. It infinite being don't have lesson to learn. No matter what modality you are in or where you're from, you always heard that we come to this planet. It's to learn. So if you're not learning, then you will keep on experience the thing. Okay, if you're not learning, then you have to go into the bad situations in until you learned it. Okay, you have to learn the lesson. So reading that brings up times gazillion will please destroy and create all ram wrong good and bad papa online shirts voids poverty and beyonds. If you bought into this, so you always like will create something to make sure that you learn something. What if there was nothing to learn from anything? Okay, you can access your awareness, but that's not about lesson. It's about assessing more consciousness. Okay, you are assessing more consciousness. You are not there to learn. We've been educated or by someone telling you or input to you like, okay, you keep on looping this thing because you don't learn anything from there yet, so you keep on loop on that. Okay, how many conclusions and definitions you have made that solidify that situation? So everything that is Sam's gazillion will please destroy and create all. Ran wrong, get them back, power on shit, poets, poets, and beyonds. Okay, you are the only power source you can't totally overcome. You have enough power to stop you, but nobody else does. So what else not changing is not because outside world, it's inside ourselves. What is the thing that we are not willing to receive? What is the thing that we are not willing to choose here? Okay, and what is stopping you to create greater, to have better life? So all the big five structures, more structures, this variety, shit, and twists that you're using to holding in place will please destroy and create all ran wrong, good and bad, part on and shirts, boys, poets, and beyonds. You're yawning. Yeah, you can keep on yawning after this, like listening to replay until you're not yawning at all. I'm so sorry to make you yawning. So whatever is possible. Yeah, remember that we're not here to learning. You just get into everyone can get into your access into your awareness, your knowing, yeah, your inner wisdom that you actually have it. Yeah. But we've been educated like, okay, we are here to learn. So you have to learn the lesson. And then if you learn the lesson, you will pass. Yeah. Then you create lots of obstacles and problems in your life in order to learn the lesson. So everything that you have been done, all the big five that you have been using to create that, and the structures, more structures, the twist will please destroy and create all. Run, run, good and bad, part, all nations, by its poverty and beyonds. So, any questions for this? If no, then this is for tonight. And we'll see you for next call. The call 2 will be on 27, if I'm not mistaken, so another Friday. Brain is blissfully fried. Then you need run bars then. Yeah. I hope this is contributing to you guys. And love you guys participating. Thank you for contributing to the class, your questions or your sharings and your participations.
Thank you, Renee. See ya.
Thank you, Dr. Jun. Miss
Thank
you.
you.
Miss you guys. Thank you so much. Thanks,
You.
darling.
See ya.
You're hiding. Not seeing you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.